just you. My reason for living, my ups and downs, I will love you until the end of time. I will love you until the end of time. Mama, sweet mama,
Good mama.
mama, mama, sweet mama,
Good mama.
mama, yeah, mama, sweet mama,
Good mama.
mama, I will love you until the end of time. I will love you until the end of time.
Hello. Let's go ahead this evening. Hold on 1 second here. What's going on here? We're going to start the show right now.
Calling all the women, calling every single mother, Oba, woman, let us unite. Come, mamas, come and save your child. Baby earth is reeling and wailing and needs your tender embrace. Mothers of the universe, Mother Nature's eyes. Ooh, come save your child. Come save your child. I said, come sisters, come and take back your child. This great.
Hello. Hi, Agatha.
Hello, Glendy. I love the hat tie. Looks like a crown for a queen.
Yeah, it's the queen. This is the month of queens.
I know. I love it.
Thank you. This is the month of queens. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Women with Words. Please don't watch this show without your daughters tonight. Go grab your daughters
Or your mom.
or your mom and
There you
bring
go.
them. We're going to be talking about mom and daughter and their relationship, how important it is, when do they have ups and downs, how are they able to sustain it. Please do not go. Of course, we want to welcome you this Thursday evening to Women with Words, GeesBeeCee Women with Words. We're here like always every Thursday. We're not experts. We have opinions. We are women. So we're here to just delve into whatever there is to talk about. We can talk about everything. We're aunties, okay?
There
So
you
my
go.
name, I'm here with my co-host this evening, Agatha.
Yes, ma'am.
She's here. I did it wrong. My name is Glendy Jane Junius, and I am here with
Agatha Joseph.
welcome everybody. Welcome everybody. We're looking forward to an important time. But first, we're in the month of May already.
Can you believe that?
Already May. We're
Yeah.
already in the month of May. That is just
Yeah.
the time is not waiting for anybody. It's flying by, just flying. And pretty soon we'll look and we'll probably be in November and then Christmas and everything.
I know, right? We're already halfway there.
Yes, we're happy to be alive. We're happy that we can be here. We're happy that you can share this space with us. We love you and we know that you all love us too. So May is the month of women. We want to call it that. We also want to term it the Mother's Month. But it's also Mental Health Awareness Month.
Very
So
important.
your mental health is important. So maybe next week, who knows? We may be a surprise about your mental health. You never know. But it's also vision help for us glasses people. I don't know when I try to check my eyes, even though it's recommended every year, but I do it every 2 years.
Every year.
Yeah, every year is recommended. But if you buy glasses, my own glasses, all the lens got all the. I have really bad eyes. So
Bifocal, trifocal,
everything. When you go and spend almost $1,800 for one glass, you better make sure you carry it 2 years. But anyway, it's Vision Health Month, and it's also National Cancer Research Month. So those are the three things. There are a lot of other things that's happening in the month of May, but those are the three things we want to highlight. We're gonna every Thursday that we're here, the show will be primarily dedicated to mothers, to women, whether you're a natural born mother, whether you have kids, whether you don't have children, you're a mother. This show will be dedicated. The month of May is dedicated to you. Anything, Agatha?
All of the aunties, mothers, because there's so many aunts that step up to the plate and proxy as moms. So we want to celebrate those moms as well. And Glendy, on the page you posted that we should post a picture of our mom. I posted a picture. I said my mama. I posted a picture of me and my mama. I forgot I was a mom myself.
I know.
It was.
I know, right? I know that.
A few hours, I'm like, okay, where my children, mama at? But yeah. And then of course I'm a grandma. My granddaughter is 2 years old. And I have to share a funny story. This afternoon, while I was preparing for the show, she had a little bottle cap. And in that bottle cap, she had pencil shavings. Like she had sharpened some pencils. And the shavings for that was in the little bottle cap. Mm-hmm. And she was running to see me as I came out of the office. And her little cap fell. And Glennie, she started to cry.
Oh.
Now, something went wrong in this last 2 years. I don't got soft, y'all.
I know.
I squatted down. Girl, I pick up every single pencil shaving. And then at the end, I said, what the hell am I doing? It's trash. But I picked up every single one of those pencil shavings and I put it back in the bottle cap. And I gave it to her and she said, thank you. And that made my day. So for all the grandmothers that are proxying for moms as well, we want to thank you and celebrate you this year.
Yeah.
This month.
I really want to give a shout out to the people who participated in the pictures. The pictures are still coming. So what we're going to do is, let me say a little bit about the picture because I don't want people to feel bad that they don't see their picture in today's video. Next week, there will be a new video, the same song with a new set of people, because I can only do 60 pictures per 3 minutes. So it's 60 per 3 minutes. So right now we have almost 150 pictures.
Oh, wow.
So for your participation, that's the thing we like about this is a very diverse, encouraging group. When you put something there, everybody will come. All the mothers' pictures are outside. But
very beautiful.
And then of course, I know we're pressed for time. We want to bring our guests on. But I also want to, of course, pay homage to Auntie Miata family.
Our Auntie Mama.
Yes. That song, Facebook, we have full copyrights to it from the original owner. We'll tell you something a little bit later about Auntie Miata. We want to say thank you for her always extending her hands and allowing us to use her music to be able to share it on this platform. So that's the second song that she's giving us permission to use. Mama. The first one is Oba, woman. One is Mama. So Mama is going to be the theme song for the month for all mothers. So you want to be able to be in our video. So let's bring our guests on. I see one of our guests is here. Mama is here. So let's bring on Auntie Florida. Hello.
Yeah. Hi. Hi, Florida. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much for coming on.
Yes.
We're looking forward Where is Daughter Gladys?
Okay. You know the time difference. We're
Yes.
thinking it's going to be 7 o'clock Central. So she has a client she's working with, but she will join us at the end.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes. Mhm.
All right. So we probably want to lower our volume if we have it on because there's a little echo. If you have it on your phone, lower the volume or something. But
Okay.
anyway, we're happy that you could make it. We're sorry about the time difference, but I mean, some of us who know you, we can probably attest to the relationship with you and your daughter. So we're looking forward to this time today. Want to say welcome. Of course, I'm gonna bluff Agatha. This is
Oh gosh.
this is my serious real Auntie Florida.
Okay.
And my mama go way, 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 way back. Mama was actually just in the room kind of peek all over the place.
Elementary school.
Yes, from
Oh,
way
wow.
back elementary school. So
Well,
it's
very nice to meet you, Miss Florida.
Thank you. Nice meeting you too.
so we want to hear a little bit about we want as we start we want to hear who is Florida, who is Miss Florida, who is Auntie Florida, who is Mama Florida, so that we know.
Well, I'm a Liberian, as you all know. I'm a grandmother of 4 and a grandmother of 3 and a mother of 4 children. And what else do I say? I guess you have to ask me the questions. I mean,
Yeah.
Well, we got lots of questions for
We
you.
have a lot of questions. Auntie Florida, do you have do you have it on your phone? There's still a little like
yes,
scratchy.
I'm using
Static.
my phone because it was hard for me to get on the computer, and getting to my phone was faster.
Okay,
Okay.
all right.
Maybe,
Well,
uh-huh.
it's okay. I'm sure they can hear you.
Uh-huh.
So we've heard about the children. We want to also know what else is there to know about Florida. What do you do before we go into the relationship aspect of the daughter and mother? We want to hear about what does Florida do for a living? What are some of the things Florida is involved in and all of that?
Okay, I'm retired now, but prior to retirement, I worked in Liberia. I was the project director for the Liberian Rural Communications Network, which was a very successful USAID and Government of Liberia project. We promoted agriculture, education, and health on these radios, and we broadcast in the languages of the different counties they were in, because
Nice.
ELBC was broadcasting, but it was mainly in English. And this project, we did a research prior to broadcast time to determine the language that would be spoken on those stations.
Mhm.
We determined what did the people in that area have interest in. Is it health, agriculture, like Bone County and Lofa County, Bone County agriculture projects? We had their staff do broadcasts to the farmers in their languages. This project was so successful that some of the messages spilled over to Guinea, and a lot of people from Guinea came over to Zozo for treatment. Some
Oh,
of them
nice.
came over when they heard about the fish farming, because we had a fish farming program and they wanted to know what it was all about. They came over to find out about what the fish farming was. One of the most successful things was vaccination. We promoted vaccination. We made our own jingles. In the first place, we recruited producers from the counties. First, we trained the men because they had to stay 3 months in Monrovia. And most of the girls, either their parents or their husband didn't want them to go to Monrovia for so long. So after we trained the guys, they went back and trained the ladies. So we had ladies and female and male producers. And I'm telling you, by the time we were finished, they were all stars in the various counties. Yeah, we had a 300%, 350% turnout in vaccination.
Nice.
because we made our own jingles, and they were in the languages, and it was great. And I remember I went to Lofa, to a village where there were Muslim chiefs, and we said, what impact has this radio station made on you? And the chief said, you just can't imagine what has happened. He said, when somebody dies in the Muslim society, we have to send 10, 12 boys all over to let all the relatives know to come, because the burial has to be immediate.
Immediate, right.
He says, but now we just walk to your station and pay. I think we charge them $5 just for to have money to maintain the equipment. We pay that $5, and everybody knows about the death.
Oh,
We have
wow.
to cover all over. That was a big
Wow.
impact, that right there. And it went well. And
That-
then another good episode in my life was when I worked with the World Health Organization. I went to Zambia first to help with their health education portion of their HIV prevention program. And then after that, then I went to Botswana, and I helped the YWCA there with their youth program. Those two projects, those two activities or enterprises that I did have made a lot of impact on my life. And then, of course, I came over here to the US, and I worked with the health department from 1999 to 2017.
Wow.
Doing the same HIV prevention program.
Very good. Wow.
Amazing.
I hear you talk about all of the projects and going out into the different counties. That's a different Liberia, but that's another show. That's another show we'll get into another day. But we want to let's hone in on Mama Florida and first being a mom. What was that first experience like? I remember being a new mom. I was so lost. If it wasn't for my mother, I wouldn't have been able to survive. What was it like for you?
Okay, so I finished Cottington in December. and
Oh, Glendy.
I had my college sweetheart who had graduated a year before me, and we said we're getting married. As soon as I graduate, we get married the next month. So we got married and everything. In my own mind, as soon as you get married and you do all you have to do, the next thing you should be pregnant right away. So nothing was happening. And my mother-in-law was so sweet. She would come, would be in the bed. She said, don't you worry. We will have a baby right between us, right here one of these days.
Oh.
So it went on, and I had this baby boy. It was a cesarean. My mother-in-law and my mother were there. My mother-in-law worked with ELWA because Margaret Trump, she used to do with Aunt Clara. They used to do all those things. So the ELWA people knew her. So I remember this joke. My mother is from the Crew tribe, and they don't like anything need operation. They think it's a bad thing. So here I was in pain. The baby was breached, and the doctor was saying we need to take her in. I'm a man. No, not yet. The doctor said, oh. So the doctor said, well, the baby heart isn't beating. Is that all right? Carry her. My mother-in-law had dressed herself in the gown and the cap. She was in the room holding my hands. But one particular thing I remember, and it is still a verse for me, he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide. I was so scared in that room there with my stomach. Before they took me in, they had a plaque on the wall. So I kept saying it to myself. And when they took me in the OR, my doctor said, Florida, before we do this operation, we must pray. He said, he that dwelleth. I said, well, God here with me.
I know.
My mother-in-law was there through the whole thing. Then she went and told the doctor, Thank you so much. He said, I had no choice. Before I could put on my scrub, you were already in the room. But anyway, so we had this baby. And you know, it was LUCC meet that day on the Anthony Stadium.
Oh dear.
So my husband went telling everybody he had his baby boy. And they named this baby with all the names. Duma, Sama, Zulu, Baron.
Everybody was so excited.
Everybody's name was on it. But my mom was so sweet. She would come 2 months before delivery. And she would sit there with you, cook for you, talk to you, and all like that. But the funny thing about it is, when I got pregnant, I went to her and said, Mama, I think I'm pregnant. She said, shh, don't tell nobody. She said, let's go. We're going to go and find out this thing here. I said, okay. We went to the Catholic hospital. And this doctor had all these clients sitting down waiting for him. When he went, he did it. I said, he said, you're pregnant, what else you want? I went to him, I said, the man said yes. She said, I answered it for, let's go again.
She want to make sure.
She took me to one lab. And luckily, the person who was at the lab was a crew guy. So she said to the guy in crew, these she just pretending that these girls here, when they get pregnant, they like to hide it. I brought my daughter so you can check her up for me. The man said, oh, that's fine, I will check it. The man, when he did the lab, then he came back. He said, Ma, the woman stays with pregnant. She, you see each other here? She said, nah, you can tell everybody.
Oh wow!
It was besides the cesarean, it was so nice to have a baby. It's just so precious.
Yes.
To hold your child.
Yes.
You know, and then I look back now. I used to say, when will this one grow up to be a man? Now he's going to be a man. Has an 18-year-old daughter.
Oh wow!
18 years and so forth, and then. Gladys was another episode.
Gladys is what number?
Gladys is, I had 2 biological and 2 stepdaughters.
Okay.
So
bonus
Gladys
daughters.
Yes. Right. So the 3 girls and a boy.
Nice.
And then Gladys came along, and it's just wonderful to have children. And then it's a responsibility. You have to set that example for your children to follow. It means sacrificing a lot. You can't be going where you used to go. Sometimes you can't even go with your friends when you want to, because if you have to take care of something with your children, you have to focus on them. And because I was a stepmother, I had to make sure that my stepchildren don't feel any difference between them and my biological children. It was to the point where if Gladys' shoes was worn out, I won't get her one until we can get all 3 of them.
Wow.
And when the war happened and everything, I had to get away with all of my children, my 3 girls, because the boy was already here in the States. And I sent them all when we went to Zambia, to international school. I didn't say, Gladys, you go to international school, and the other girls, you couldn't know. They all went to international school. And when we got caught up in the war, and we had to come on the buck challenge, luckily for me, when I was with the UN, I put them in the boarding school in Kenya, Nakuru. And there where the girls were. And so they were not mixed up in the ship with us. But anything I did for Gladys, the other girls had to get it. There was no difference. And children can spot when you show a difference between them. Besides those kids, I also raised a lot of other people my mother would bring from the farm. Let this person come and stay with you. Let that person come and stay with you. So if we dinner, We all sat together at dinner. Nobody eating in the kitchen. Nobody, no. You just have to be fair. You just have to be show that you care, and that's it. And
So you
today
talk,
I'm enjoying them.
yeah. You talk about your mother. I want to hear about your dad.
Oh my God.
Leaving college, and the first thing you want to do, you
But,
leaving
Let's
college.
have
but,
babies,
You
right?
want
but
to go work. You
first
want to
of
go have
all,
baby.
first of all, my dad had rules for us.
Yes.
He said you cannot wear nail polish,
Oh
you
dear.
cannot fix your hair, and all those things that you get to college. And any guy who wants to take you out has to write a letter
Oh
and say
dear.
he's the one
Complete
who's
trauma.
on. And so, but he was such a loving dad. He
Yeah.
cared for us. He cared for my mom. My mom did not go to school, so he taught her how
Oh
to make
wow.
cornbread, how to make jollof rice. And guess what? He delivered all of us except one
Oh
Wow.
wow.
because he was in the army and had some little nursing or medical background. So he
Training.
would do the delivery and then they would go and call the doctor and the nurse to come and check her out. So all of us except one. And since we're in Firestone staff and all of that, he used Firestone Hospital for one of the boys to be delivered. But he was a loving father. He loved dancing. So we used to, when we go anywhere,
And I got that in the Florida can party. Oh.
I know that's right.
When
go
she got a
anywhere,
dance floor, you will see the cutting of dancing, business, partner, business, pleasure can come out.
That cutting again. Pleasure can leave her phone.
when we go anywhere, the people will wait for Captain Harris to take his daughter on the floor. We'd be waltzing and carrying on.
Very
He
nice.
was a wonderful dad. Yes.
Let's talk a little bit about grandparenting. I'm new to that, and
Okay.
you seem to have had a wonderful role model, your mom and your
Yes.
mother-in-law. How did
Yes.
that change you and your relationship with your children?
Okay. My son was the first to have a child. And I flew over to Buffalo, New York. And there was this baby, I think maybe 3-4 weeks. They hadn't even bathed that poor baby. They only said,
That the American way now, man.
I said, oh, you haven't bathed the baby? He said, no, mommy. We didn't bathe her yet. I said, okay, let me show you how they get bathed there. Yeah? I put her in the water, see her patting herself, pop, 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 enjoying the water. You know, yeah, it's precious to see that you had a child and then this child has a child.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can see the love in her eyes that she gives to me that I give to her.
Yes.
Yes, it's precious. And then my second daughter had a son, and my husband was alive then when she brought the little boy to come and visit us. And oh, the bonding between him and his grandfather was so great. And then me, and then recently I had another granddaughter. This time COVID was just coming in. She was
dear.
born. She was supposed to be born during March, but she came in February as
wow.
premature. So I went over there again. The same bathing. I put that child in our water and bathe her. She patted. Then you have to show the children how to, when you feed the baby, you got to burp them or else they'll be crying because of the gas and the stomach.
Yeah.
And then you have to tell them you have to put the child down. You can't keep holding the baby all day. Once you fed the child, rocked it a little bit, lay it down, and let it play by itself, you know. Yes,
Yeah.
grandchildren are very precious. They are very precious. But I do not interfere with how the parents are raising them. I may give a hint to the parent, but I don't interfere with that. But my granddaughter, when she was 16 and went for her birthday, I told the parents we would sit and talk. So I sat down and I talked to her in front of her parents about how to be a lady, what it means to be a lady, how she should also, uh, carry herself. And, we just talk
Very nice.
about things. And her parents were very happy because some parents don't want to talk about those things. And
Right.
that's my area because I'm a health education specialist.
Right.
So I could talk to her in that way. And she's doing fine. Yeah, grandchildren are precious.
Very nice.
So I see that Gladys has joined us. I'm gonna put our song on to play a little bit and then we'll bring Gladys on.
Okay,
I want to make sure that we of course, if you're just joining us, you're watching GBC Women with Words. We're here today with Auntie Florida. Our focus is also on a mother and daughter relationship, how important it is so that we can learn, because many of us have daughters. Some of
Yeah.
us, we may not have daughters of our own, but we do parent other children.
Yeah.
And we want to know how effective our relationship can be and how lasting it can be. We are living testimonies to the relationship between these two people. So we
Yeah.
want him to come and tell us and Gladys come tell us when she can tell India Florida stop. So we'll play the intro a little bit, just a little
Okay.
bit, and then bring the next time you will see Gladys is going to join us on the show.
Awesome.
Okay.
Mama, sweet mama, 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 sweet mama, mama, yeah, mama, sweet mama, mama, I will love you until the end of time. I will love you until the end of time.
Gladys,
Welcome.
welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. So we're going through where you came at the right time when we're gonna get into the segue of the relationship. We heard a little bit about Mama Florida. I want you to just tell us a little bit about Gladys, and then we're gonna start talking about the relationship. Tell us who Gladys Wilson is. Can you hear us?
It appears that she's frozen.
Oh, let me see if
Bring her back. There we go.
can you hear us? Probably want to try your phone because Mama had to use her phone.
Oh, are you talking to me?
Yeah,
Yes.
we're talking to you.
Okay, now
Oh,
she can.
I'm sorry. I thought you had said you wanted my mom to introduce me.
No, she wanted you to tell us because she already introduced herself. Wanted you to tell us a little bit about you, and then we'll go into the relationship.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Who am I? I don't know. So right now I'm currently trying to find out more about myself, actually. But I am Florida Quique's daughter. I have two sisters and a brother, and just trying to find out what my
Hold on one second. And Florida, put your volume up. She says she's not hearing you.
Oh,
Can you hear us? And
on your phone.
Can you hear us?
She says she can't.
She says she can't hear us.
Yeah. Okay, let's see if I can send her a message. Gladys, go ahead. Let me.
Yeah. So I at this point, I think I'm trying to figure out where I belong in this world because life has changed. I started a business last year, and I'm a therapist by trade, and there are different business models that you can use as a therapist, because of the ethics and all of those things. And I am right now trying to figure out what model would work best for what I'm trying to do.
Okay.
I keep getting the push to include my spirituality and different things like that in my practice. But if I do that, that's going to take me in a different direction than where I am currently. And so I'm just trying to figure out all of those different things in this lifetime.
Okay.
Um,
All right. Can you hear us now into Florida?
She's still unable to hear us.
Oh. And you're frozen yourself. So maybe she wants to go and come back in. Let me take her and see if that's gonna help.
Yeah.
Audience, don't go. Please stick around. We're trying to make sure we talk to these two beautiful mom and daughters here. Can you hear us now? Can you hear us?
Probably not.
All right, I got to continue with Gladys. I'll go off and talk to her and we'll
Okay.
see.
All right. You can go ahead, Gladys. So you're trying to find yourself. Tell us a little bit about your relationship with your mom and how has that changed since you've become an adult?
Let's see. The way my relationship with my mom has always been we've always had a very close relationship, and things like that. And, I'm sure she's told you about the times when we were separated, because of we went to school in Kenya.
Right.
And she was in Zambia, and then she was in Botswana and different things like that. But our relationship has always been close. Obviously there were times when I thought that I knew better. And I could not understand why certain decisions were being made and
Right.
things like that. But as an adult, I've come to appreciate a lot of who she is as a person, and learn to see, to model her decision-making process, because she has done quite a bit in her lifetime. And so I admire her for those things, and knowing that it's because of her experience, it's because of the way that she grew up and things like that, that has, allowed her to come to where she is. So I try my best to, see the things that she has done, gather them up, and see how I can use that as my decision making and things like that. But yeah.
Awesome.
So can you hear us now into Florida? She still can't hear.
She still can't hear?
Yeah.
She's not muted, is she? Well,
no, she's not.
We're not muted, so she should be able to hear us.
Okay.
The volume. All right. We'll continue. So I'm usually mindful when I ask this question. So since mom isn't here right now, we'll try and get this question out of the way. What's one thing you think you can think of that you've done that you were afraid to tell your mom as a child or as an adult, or something you haven't told her quite yet?
I know this is going to sound strange, but I don't think there's anything.
That's great.
I don't think that there's anything. Well, so when I was in school, there was a power struggle between me and a professor, or some professors, and they were going to put me on academic warning and things like that. So I think that was the only time where I really struggled, because education was such a big thing in my household.
Right.
And so I was able to work through it with the professors and the school and things like that. But yeah, I think that would be the only thing.
Did you tell her though?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Did you talk to her about it?
Yeah. She wasn't able to give me too much of a solution, but I did tell her about it.
Can you hear me now? Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can you hear me now, Miss Florida?
Okay.
Okay, great.
Yes.
I think we're back on track. Awesome, awesome. So we have both mom and daughter. We have Miss Florida and Miss Gladys on the show with us today. We apologize for the technical difficulties, but we're back in studio. Glendy is being the technocrat today. I have to say hats off to her. If you know what happens behind the scene, I really give her a hard time. So I have to bite my tongue this time because
I
she
know,
actually
right?
came through. So
know.
I was just talking to Gladys, and she was telling us about what a wonderful relationship she has with you, and couldn't think of anything that she's kept secret from you. So I'm wondering. So you talked about the power struggle between you and some of your professors. How did that conversation go with your mom, and did you ever come to her and tell her about that?
Yeah, I can remember calling her and saying, this is what is going on, and this is what they're saying that I should do or I have done. And she was just telling me to talk to my academic advisors and see what would be their suggestion and the best way forward. And she was saying, hey, if they say you should come home, then you should come home.
Wow.
But yeah, so it was a conversation we had to have.
So Miss Florida, I have to ask you this. I am almost 50 years old, and there are some things I still find difficult to talk to my mother about. What would be your advice to a mother like myself? I do have young adults, and I want it to be easy for them to come to me. Gladys has just said that you have a really great relationship, and that's not to say I don't have a good relationship with my mom, but it's a different kind of relationship. How did you make it so comfortable? How did you make yourself so easy to talk to? How did that happen?
Uh-oh.
She's trying to figure out her.
Can you hear us?
She put herself on mute.
Is she on mute?
Now you can hear us? Miss Francis, can you hear us?
Miss Florida.
I'm sorry. Nope, she can't hear us. Glendy, you didn't do a good job.
If you guys would like, I can run downstairs and check to see.
All right. So well, yeah, if you want to do that, I'm gonna take the two of you off, and then you can go there, and then you all can come back on.
Okay.
No problem. Maybe she can come and sit by you.
I was just going to say if she can sit in the same room as you, that will work as well.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I can go downstairs. So if you take me off, I can run downstairs with my computer.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. Don't go anywhere. We have not even started talking yet. We're having some difficulties.
I know.
I hear that we're having all the difficulty when Black Santa is not here, so it make it look like
you're doing well, Glendy. I have to commend you for it. You're doing great.
But you asked a really important question, because I think that question is a question that probably resonates with a lot of people.
Yeah.
Because it's not everybody that is open to talk with everything, depending on your childhood and how you grew up. There are certain things that you probably didn't have that open line of communication with your parents, to go to your mom or to go to your dad and say. So
girl, I was married. I was scared to tell my mama I was pregnant.
Me too.
Exactly. So that's the kind of relationship that I'm trying to understand. And nothing against our mother, my mom. Listen, that is one amazing woman, and what she's done for all of her children is, it's only now that I've become a mom and a grandmother do I fully understand the magnitude of sacrifices that she made for us kids. But I have learned a lot of things from my mom, directly and indirectly. So it's really important to just understand Miss Florida relationship and Gladys relationship, and just truly understand that way of open communication. I see both of them are back. Can you all hear us now?
Now we're back.
Perfect.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yes, perfect.
So
So
I was
ask the question,
asking you,
Agatha. Yeah.
yeah, I was asking you, Miss Florida, you know, Gladys talked about how easy it is to come and talk to you. She said there's nothing that she couldn't come to you and talk to you about. Now, coming from a Liberian household, let me just say an African household, it's not the norm. I was just telling Glendy and our guests, as a married woman, I was afraid to come to my mom and tell her I was pregnant. There was just things that we didn't talk about. So help us understand, how did you, you know, make this kind of communication open and make it so easy for Gladys and all of your children to be able to talk to you about everything?
Okay, as I say, I'm a health educator, and then I worked with the Family Planning Association of Liberia a lot, and I was even the president of the association. So when my girls were becoming teens, I started telling them about human reproduction, human growth, what's happening to their bodies, and everything, and asking them to ask questions. The other thing is, the family will always have a sit down dinner. And I remember when the kids were young, were at the table, and then the kids like to read. When I took them to the mall or somewhere to shop and say, go and get some dresses for church, they're running to the bookshelf. I said, go and get dressed. They like read. The older girl, they read in the newspaper that some lady was ripped in Ghana's and fall under the bridge or something like that. So she asked us, what is rip at the table? So we had to explain what that is. So I think just talking.
Is it frozen on your end?
Yeah.
Okay, you were frozen.
No, so I also have the training, and I think have the charisma to be able to reach out to kids, to children. And from a very young age, I started telling the kids about human growth and development and what it's all about. And whenever they have anything, they are free to talk to me about it.
I think that's so important. Like I gotta say, I said a lot of a lot of young women, people now like us back in the day. There's a lot of things we couldn't talk. I remember like I got that story. I was married, worried about having children, and then I thought I was pregnant, and I went to my mom, and the only thing she was worried about, how am I going to tell your dad? But I was already married. But I was already married. Like, I'm not even worried about it. The first thing I'm worried about, am I really pregnant? Because I've been married for like 2 years already, and I'm not worried about my dad.
Yeah.
So she's worried about that.
She was worried about how, because this is the thing also, and it's a serious thing. This is the thing back then. My father wanted me to be a lawyer. And so here I am in LU. I had left Cottington in LU, a junior student now in LU. And I got married, and I'm of course the dream about her being a lawyer is no more, and then she wants to get married. Then his dream is not working that way. And here I come, Mama, I think I'm pregnant. She said, you what? Who can say Yeah, but I think having an open relationship where your children can be able to come and tell you anything it's important. But I don't think it comes easily with everybody, because even with me, there are some things that my children still are not able to tell me. Like, of course, I have two sets. So one set is free. They can tell me anything. The other set is not able to say it. So I think the fact that you all have that relationship is good. So if you had an opportunity, Gladys, and somebody would ask you, how would you describe your mother to other women and other daughters?
I would say that she's an open, caring, loving person, and she is very pragmatic, very realistic about the things that are happening in this world. So, and I think that's one of the things that's encouraging about being able to talk to her, is that she can remove emotion out of the situation and say, okay, here's the actual reality that we're facing. So let's work on that. Let's focus on that rather than all of the holler and scream that might be happening otherwise, and things like that. So I would say she's a very loving, kind, pragmatic, realistic kind of person.
Yeah. So we're gonna flip the question to you, Auntie Florida. How would you describe your daughter to us?
Gladys is very special. I'll give you an example. When I came to the US, Gladys was still in Kenya in high school, and the other girls had finished the Kenyan school and they were in Ghana. So I came in front from Ghana here. So they and their dad came here. Now you would think that Gladys in Kenya would be so upset, so worried. The entire family is in America and I'm still in Africa. So I used to be worried about her. She was saying, oh, mommy, don't worry about that. They've entered and myself going to the embassy, we're working on it. It's okay, we got it covered. She's that kind of person who I was worried that she may be worried that she's the last person to come. Everybody's here but her. No, but she's not that kind of person. And she's very caring. If I just twist my face a little bit, what happened to you, mommy? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? So her strong point is that she likes children and she likes doing projects and, doing things. And sometimes I have to almost say, Grand, be still a little bit. Don't be too fast in moving on that direction. But we also have boundaries. She got her room, I got my room. I don't interfere with her room at all. I can't tell how many times during this year I've been in her room. And she, before she comes in my room, she will knock the door and and things like that. So we have some boundaries that we have set. She's a working adult. I don't ask her about money. I want to see your bank account, all that stuff. No. It's her privacy. What she wants to share with me, she shares with me. What she doesn't want to, she doesn't, and it makes no difference for me. I know whenever I need anything, she's there to do it, along with the other kids also. But yeah, she's very loving, very caring, and I think she will make somebody a good wife, but I don't know where he's coming from.
Somebody's son will find her one day.
I know, right? And then we have a wonderful mother-in-law.
He gotta really be strong.
So, Miss Florida, what I took from what you said, and I listened to Gladys speak about you as well, what I took from there is a mutual respect.
Yes.
So my next question is based on that. A mother-daughter relationship, and I keep saying right back to our African heritage, it's usually one-sided. And I'm just going to be honest. I am still learning because I'm the first generation American. So I'm still learning to break those old habits. Mm-hmm. What would you say to some of the mothers in your age group now that have, children Gladys's age? What would you say to them about respect, about the relationship, and how respect foster into other good things?
Yes, you have to respect your children. For example, I like to be all glittering dressed up, and Gladys likes to be low-key dressed up. So I won't go to her, no, you're not wearing that dress. Maybe I would suggest, do you think you should put little earrings or something around your neck? I like that other dress there, but I will not impose that she must look like how I look. No.
Right.
Because she looks beautiful the way she is. So you have to respect that. And then some mothers will be pushing the child, but now, where's your boyfriend? Where your no? All I have to do is to pray, and she was, oh, mommy, I'm making some effort. I said, good. Go ahead. Respect is important. We have never exchanged cross words.
Beautiful.
In fact, I don't swear. So, and I try to be like a lady wherever I go or wherever we go, then there's nothing to do but to follow that example. She's already a lady. So, yeah, respect is important. I don't barge into her business. I do not barge into her business. I
That's
stay
good
away.
advice.
Mm-hmm.
Have you all ever had the opportunity to talk to other mothers and daughters, like within your like your friends or relatives, people that have had difficulties with their daughter? Have you had to talk to them, or maybe there's a friend of yours that have a daughter that Gladys had to talk to be able to work on their relationship with their mom? Have you ever had an opportunity to do that? Because just listening to you all, and you are hearing a mother, I'm not going to say I don't swear, because of my children, I can sure
Guilty.
not saying that I don't swear, but for you to say that, and it's the truth. It's like the way you carry yourself, everywhere you carry yourself as a lady is like, I think with her being a therapist and with you just talking to you, I think it would be something that we want to know if you had an opportunity to do.
Not really. Not really, but that would be nice. In fact, Gladys and I were thinking about extending her program to having clients, because she has some clients who may not want to go to school and their parents don't know what to do with them. So we're thinking about maybe in the next 2 years having a place where the child who doesn't want to go to school, that they can come and stay, and we have a series of programs with them, including their therapy. We're looking forward to that and hope that will help. And then, yes, maybe having some of those forums with parents, with girls and parents, and even boys and their parents, I think would be a good thing to do. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I know that Gladys is a healthy eater. So who is the better cook?
Well, I love to serve my family. So I do the cooking. Gladys will fix her, nyanya, nyanya.
Yeah. I like that. Gladys, I'm gonna need the recipe for that.
She will focus on her lunch, because I usually do dinners. And then if we're home on a Sunday, we're not going anywhere, then maybe I'll do breakfast and dinner. But for lunch, she will prep herself, do all her thing, and cook her nyanya. But,
so what I have done is slowly but surely gotten my mom to cook healthy Liberian.
We cook healthy food. Mm-hmm.
You know how Liberian food, you gotta fry everything and you gotta dump that oil inside.
So I have decided, and I fixed the menu, that if we eat something with oil today, tomorrow we're having soup, or we're having vegetable I put into the grill with some things, chicken or whatever, and we eat that. So I sort of mix it up, and she likes grains, so I know when to fix that for her. But let me tell you, is I cook our dinner, and like I said, sometimes breakfast, but I do all the laundry. No matter who's in my house, all you need to do Saturday morning, bring your basket of clothes in the laundry. And I will wash them, and I will fold them, and you have your package coming to you. But I also know when I said, get my text message, I said, Miss B, they all might need something. You say, oh, okay, yes, something here, Oma.
I know,
Yeah.
but I think that's a really
And
and
then-
that kind of
And also
No, go
Gladys
ahead.
now, Gladys, if it's something with the changing of the bulbs or going upstairs to change the filter in the air conditioner, she would do those kind of things. And then I take care of all these other kind of things. And then we respect time.
Yes.
If we say we're doing this at this time, the both of us have to honor that time.
Mhm.
And then sometimes when we go into church, she usually will come downstairs before me. When I come down, we got on the same color. like we were thinking about what to wear.
Yeah.
Sometimes we come down, have on the same color, and say, there you go again. We got on my color, I got on your color. She's
That's
easy to
amazing.
get along with. Very easy to get along with.
Amazing relationship.
I do have a question for Gladys.
Uh-huh.
And Miss Florida, if you can tell me to hush.
No, go right ahead.
I'm going to ask this question. Now, Gladys, I am looking at Miss Florida, and she is a drop-dead gorgeous lady.
Yes.
I ain't asking her age. I ain't doing none of that because I see black and cracking over there. Now, I know some people then can be looking at her. How do you feel about your mom dating if she is? If she isn't, how would you feel about her dating?
You know what? I will put her on the front step and say, when are you picking her up?
You always telling me, oh, look at that time, Papa. I said, you better look for you first before you look.
So every day I can tell her, there's those online dating sites. There's plenty
Yes.
of and those over. Every day I'm telling her I will put you on one of those sites. I don't mind at all. My mom has a very friendly personality, and
Yes.
I think she would do well in a relationship, actually. So if you know anybody, just
Now you tell me about Auntie.
we'll coordinate.
No, we need to reach out for you.
So maybe we should have another show where we do a double date.
Yes.
We find both of you dates, and y'all can do a mother-daughter date. Now with a father and son, of course, but y'all can go out and y'all can grade each other's date.
So as we wind down, I want to ask because I'm sure there's something else that interfered. You're an author. Tell us a little bit about things that you do, even after you retire, what you've been involved in, what you're doing, because I'm sure there's a lot that you're doing.
Yes. I started a club 15 years ago with a few of my friends here in Houston. We call it putting our resources to get a port. It's because we found out that Liberians don't trust each other with money and savings, and the only thing we knew was susu. So we changed this. Instead of passing the money around, we make people save money. You save money during the year, and at the end of the year, we put a little bit of interest on what you have saved, and then you get that money during Christmas or whatever. And then we even added investment. We sold 2 cars last year. You buy shares into the cars and things like that. So that organization has operated for 15 years with no problem, no money problem. So I enjoy doing that. I've been the president. Then I will step down, let somebody else go there. Then they'll bring me back in there because nobody wants leadership.
Yeah.
So I'm the president again. But that occupies my time because we meet the second Sunday in every month, and everything has to be in place. Then I'm also a member of the Katie's Lions Club because I used to be a member of the Lioness Club in Liberia. So I'm a member of the Katie's Lions Club, and we have to do volunteer work some Saturdays, but we attend meetings twice a month. And so I keep busy, and also with Cuttington thing. So all these things going on. And I'm secretary to Gladys. I answer her phone calls, make her appointments,
That's beautiful.
and yeah. Then
That's
she
beautiful.
gives me instructions.
On what to do. All right, so we've had a good time talking. Is there anything else that you all would like to share with us before we come to the close of this interview? But we've had a good time. I mean,
I
with a
did.
little time with the
Technology.
technical difficulty, we've had a good time. So I guess there'll probably be 3 people will make sure that somebody's son or somebody's pa.
That's a new song, Lenny. That's a new song. Somebody Paul will find you.
Somebody pa will find you soon. Not even one day.
Soon, very soon.
I just want to say I'm very proud of you all. When you told me about this, I've been looking all around. How can I get on it? And then finally now I'm on it, and I'm going to tell others about it.
Yes.
And I try to spread the word around. I hope some other people are watching, but this is wonderful.
Yes.
It is
We've been
wonderful.
going on now since September, right, Agatha?
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, we started in September. We come on every Thursday. We have 3 women co-hosts and 1 man. Just to kind of balance it all a little bit and don't feel we have interest in politics, but the show is not about politics. It's about social issues, things we can identify with to help people. We promote Liberian entertainment, Liberian businesses, whatever you're involved in. We're pretty sure we'll bring Gladys back on to go into her therapy role. There may be a month for therapists.
Yes.
Okay.
We've had a few of them.
Yeah, we've had a few on. But this is what we do. This is where we are every Thursday, and we've grown to love it.
Yeah.
And to love the Facebook page too. That page is thumping.
It's wonderful.
Yeah.
But as we end, if you want to have some, we'll go now into closing words. If we have something, we'll start with Gladys first. I think it's been interesting. So, folks, it does work. We do. There are mothers and daughters who have very good relationships. For me, I am spoiled. When you hear into Florida talking about washing the laundry, I'm telling you, my mom is elderly, but she still drags her food and make cornbread and bring it upstairs to me in the waiter.
Wow.
In the waiter.
That's
I just gotta say, Mama, I want Isu, and so she will find it, whether I got money or not. So it's amazing. There are people there that have beautiful relationships with their children. And so we're glad that you opened this month for us with such a beautiful relationship. There will be the rest of the month. Every Thursday we'll have either a mom or a daughter on again. We're focusing on building relationships with families and especially the mothers and daughters. And then in June, we're going to bring the puppet in here, the fathers.
Adam's sons.
Yes, they're their sons. They're their sons coming to tell us about the relationship. So thank you both so much. Gladys, you have anything to say before we close?
I think the one thing that I can say, like for, when my mom was talking about her vocation and education and how she used it while raising us as children, I think that is something that is so important because when I do my therapy, like there's this one woman that stands out for me who's a teacher. And so when I was doing therapy with her, she was struggling so much with her 2 children. And I said, okay, so what are some skills that you use as a teacher? Because you're standing there in front of 28 students and they all listen to you. They all get their work done. You haven't had any like deductions on your note as a teacher. They always say you're a high performer.
Right.
So you obviously have the skills. And so I told her, use the things that are within you that you already know to use in order to reach your 2 children. Some of the same things, the same strategies that you use with listening to your students, making sure that, they are prepared ahead of time. If you're telling your kid, let's get out the door right now. It's like, no, normally for your students, you prepare them. You say, we're going to have a test on Monday and today is Friday or today's Thursday. So give your children some time in order to get things done, so that you guys are not fighting early in the morning and
Exactly.
you know you're cursing them out, or they're cursing you, or things like that, and everybody has bad feelings. So I would say to all the mothers out there, use some of the skills that you have when you go to the executive table, you know, with your bosses, or the way that you function with your coworkers, or even the way you function with your friends. Some of those skills can be really helpful when you're raising children. There's no reason to assume the symbolic mother. You're already a mother and you already know how to raise your children. Just use those things that are within you to do that.
Hello, somebody's son. If you're out there, this is
Glenda, you see how the guy English are correct?
wow, the English is flowing. I scared to go back. Look what.
She enunciates, she articulates,
My
she's
dear.
intelligent, and she's beautiful. Somebody's son.
Somebody's son, come here now.
And you sit right beside a woman, you see her mom. This is what she looks like in her old age.
Yes.
So you have it all covered, beauty and brains, son.
All right, Agent Florida, you want to say something before we let you all go?
I just want to say, mothers play a vital role in the lives of their children, and therefore we have to hold ourselves to a high standard. We have to know we got to create boundaries. We can, like my son is married for 18 years. I have never interfered in his marriage. We cannot interfere in our children's marriage.
I thought you must say it one more time.
Yeah, one more time. Maybe not over. Yeah, you.
Because I realize that if it's a boy, when he's married, he will do what his wife wants, not what his mother wants. So mother, do not interfere. When your daughter gets married, you will have the opportunity to maybe make the wheel run, but you can't interfere in your children's marriage. Grown-up children, you cannot interfere in what they're doing. All you can do is to advise when they ask you, or you inject something if you see something going wrong, and leave it. But you cannot force them and bully them and make them do what you wanted to do, but you couldn't do it, so you want the child to be you.
Right.
No. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let the child be the child. Let them grow up to be what they want to be. Just be there to guide them when they want the guidance.
Yep.
All right. So when you look back as we close, I know I said closing comments. Of course, we always have to tie it in and bring Liberia into the picture.
Of course.
So looking back today and looking back to the time, what are some of the things that you think is lacking now in our country? I'm sure you know. What are some of the things you think that you think we've missed on? I mean, when you talk about even going to the villages, the HIV prevention thing, and all of those stuff.
Well, you see, I think when we were growing up, all our parents had one rule. You only have visitors on Sunday, or when you finish your work on Saturday, you can go walk a park.
Yep.
We all have one rule, but now everybody just do their own thing. Yeah. Some church and most of our parents were taking care of us. Like my father didn't even want us to do vacation job. He said, because when you go do vacation job, you don't find me. But today they're pushing their children to go out and look for money.
Exactly.
Because there's this gap in family. The family is broken down. And we need to do something about that to bring the family back together and to give the children the information that they need to know. You know?
Yeah. So we just want to say thank you to you and Gladys for coming on. Of course, and if you have any projects or anything, once you come on here as a guest, you can use the platform. We become family. We can share stuff that you're working with. If there's something that Gladys is working on, if you want to ads and stuff, the page is there. You're a member of the page. I'll send you all the link. We're live on Facebook every Thursday, and we're also live on YouTube. So I will send you the link that you can send to your friends then to be able to watch this evening. But thank you so much, Gladys. Listen out to us. We're gonna have a month with only therapists. We will be calling you back to come on.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Auntie Florida. Thank you all.
Thank
Nice
you.
to
Thank
meet
you all
you
so
both.
much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye. Amazing relationship.
I mean, I'm just in awe.
Yes.
It's so refreshing to see a mother and daughter work so, close together, live together.
Mhm.
And I see her and Gladys, and I think about my mom and my sister. My mom lives with my sister, and exactly what you're doing. If Joyce said, "Mom, I feel like eating some pepper soup today," Mom in her 80s, and she makes sure Joyce gets that soup when she comes home from work. She still does her laundry.
Yeah.
It's just
It's
that
amazing.
rich
It's amazing.
African culture that we're used to, and I pray that we never, be far removed from it. I really do.
But I think something important that she said that I think we do it too now is the fact that we continue to remember how we grew up.
Yes.
So we have not left it.
Yes.
So my children, we still have that relationship. My mother lives here with me, so we have that relationship.
No
And
nursing home.
yeah, no nursing home. And so the kids have also they see how we live.
Yes.
And so they're growing up that way. And so you don't want to lose the fabric of the family or the culture
yes.
you have, because your kids will
Absolutely.
watch you. They'll watch you. It's a beautiful, beautiful relationship.
Yeah.
We had a wonderful time. I don't even want to say anything else again, but we're celebrating mothers this month.
Yeah.
We're celebrating women.
I learned from her, I listened to Gladys and Miss Florida, and you can just see the mutual respect.
Yes.
That's what I took from that relationship.
Yes.
And it's wonderful. It's I love to hear my mom say, "Yummy, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of the woman you've become.
Yes.
I'm so proud of the mother that you are." And it's just wonderful to see that. And I'm sure Miss Florida is so proud of all of her children. And I'm pretty sure she shares that.
Did you hear her say, it's like she say, I like to feed my family.
Yes. She said, I like to serve.
I like to serve. I like to serve my family.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yes.
Amazing relationship. We hope to our audience who's been watching, we hope you've learned something.
Yes.
We hope that this show this evening has helped you. And I'm sure there are a lot of people out there who have great relationships with their daughter and her daughters, their sons also. But it's important to have a relationship, an open line of communication where your kids can call you at any time.
For anything.
And they don't have to go to someone else. So we've had a good time.
I do want to say one more thing, though, Glenda. There are some folks that don't have a good relationship with their parents. And, if you're listening, take this opportunity to, whatever the issue may be, to just put all of that aside this month of May and pick up the phone and call your mom.
Yes.
Call your mom. Mend those bridges, whatever the issue is, just fix it. Because I'm gonna tell you something, life is so very short.
So short.
And you don't want to have regrets. And then there are those that have lost their mothers. Mm-hmm. And they're grieving. And no matter how long it's been since their mother has passed, they're still missing them. And my heart goes out to those people. But I tell them, live on those memories. And be glad and grateful that you were able to create memories so you can fall back on. So those of us who have our moms here, let's continue to create memories, because we're going to need them when they're long gone.
Continue to love them. I think we're going to end the show here today. I think we've had a beautiful show. Yes. 2 beautiful guests, and how we can just, even if we didn't know them, just talking to them can say that their relationship is so free and authentic, and it's not troublesome.
Yes. This was a feel-good show.
Yeah, it was a feel-good show, and we're so excited and happy that we started the month of May honoring our mothers with Sis Florida and Gladys coming on. So folks, this week, it's going to be busy for us. We have 2 more shows this week. You don't want to miss the next show. You hear me, eh? You hear me? We are so excited.
Yes.
So we have 2 more shows, and we have 2 shows on Saturday. And we are going to be we're going to be paying homage to this woman here, Auntie Miata family, the interview you don't want to miss.
Yo no the woman get to and her English correct.
And her English correct. I know how she will manage to me that Saturday because my qualifier will be rolling.
You gotta tell her say you interpreting for her.
Yes. But Auntie Miata family will be here. We want to be able to have an opportunity to say thank you to her.
Yes.
Because this is an icon. This is somebody that we don't want to lose track of.
A living legend.
Yeah, a living legend. We want to continue to play her music. We want to continue to hear her messages in her music. And every corner we turn, that she has a song that could jive with a topic we're going on. When we reach out, she said, "You can have it." Yes. So Miata family, the legend, the icon, the musical giant, she will be here. You know the
one and only.
She got muffed too. All the fussy she was causing the people the other day. She was kind
of split it. You know, I want to talk to her about the honoring thing they had. And that was such an amazing show. I have to give it up to the people that put it together. As a child, you heard all of those songs. Go Koryoko, go. Yes. It was like, oh my God, the other family made it. Yeah, I remember that. So it's so good to just, talk to her and relive some of our childhood.
So that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be talking to her about what she's involved in now, what she's done so far. We're going to also be playing her songs so that she can tell us the stories behind some of those songs.
Yes.
But we're looking forward to having a good time with her on Saturday. But also, there is this new group of people in Liberia.
Yes.
And they're called, let me just see if I can take away this banner here. Footprints, Liberia and Abundance Rain. What these people are doing, if you see the little circle, that's dirt. What they're doing, they've been able to put themselves together. They're still in the initial stages, and they're working towards a cleaner Monrovia.
Amen.
Keeping the city clean. So we're going to be talking to them. Yes, this is amazing what they've done on their own to say, listen, we don't want to continue to live in dirt. So we're going to clean one area at a time. We want them to come on. We want to lift their hands up. We want to support them. We want to give them the platform for people to hear about them. So they'll be here on Thursday earlier. On Saturday, their interview will be first with Black Santa. Michael Patmore will be doing an interview, and then later on,
Black Santa. I see my man Kabah there. Kabah, man, Kabah go way back. Yes, it's so good to see our people stepping up.
That they could come together and say, listen, even if the government is not focusing on this right now, we can come together and do something.
So you being nice now? Okay, let me be the. I got me speak the colloquy. If the both are wearing non-proper English speaking, mayor can do his job. Somebody else will.
Yeah, but we're so proud of them. Fred Bass is a part of that team. We connected with him, and we will be interviewing them on Saturday, giving them the platform. And then after that, we're going to wind down. Now, next week, anything goes. Stay tuned. It's going to be a surprise. Next week, Thursday, it's post Mother's Day. You never know. I may get married over this weekend. Who knows?
Oh, Lord. Here we go again. Wear a t-shirt.
Yeah.
But we try to highlight what's good about Liberia. There's so many things that's wrong with our country, and we all know that. But on this platform, we want to take the opportunity to find the good Liberians, the good things Liberians are doing, and highlight it. There's still hope for us.
There's hope. There's nowhere like home. So, folks, we want to thank you for watching. Until Saturday, we'll be back Saturday. We say bye. And to all of you who send your pictures, I'm going to let this thing play. I'll see you. I'm going to let it play to the end so everybody can see their pictures. Thank you for sending your pictures to us. And fun women, Liberian women. Fun.
Yeah, man.
Next week, we have a new video again, but we want to say thank you for watching, and please stay tuned and just watch the video. It's only for 3 minutes. Make sure you see yourself in the video, and thank you.
Mama, sweet mama, 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 sweet mama, mama, yeah, mama, sweet mama, mama, I will love you until the end of time. I will love you until the end of time. You are my angel. You are my heart. You are my backbone. I am what I am because I will love you until the end of time. I will love you until the end of time. You are my pride and joy, my precious joy. My reason for living, my ups and downs, I will love you until the end of time. I will love you until the end of time. Mama, sweet mama.